All right, I've got a Craftsman T1000 mower. It's a 2014 vintage, and basically it would get to where in the lower gears it would slip. It would probably not even go until you got it into third gear or higher. So decided to go ahead and replace the drive belt. There's two belts. There's one that's I believe it's called the drive belt that goes all the way to the motor and comes back. This one I believe is called the transmission belt. Goes from that pulley to drive the transaxle. So did like everybody else, went on YouTube, found a couple of videos that were very helpful. You can search on those as well. But what I was unable to find out was how to get the belt on or off that pulley there. I guess that's the main pulley. I don't know what you call it. Doesn't matter. But it's very close to the wall. I believe it's purposely built that way so the belt doesn't fly off. But you can cut the belt to get it off, but getting the new belt back on is the problem, the challenge. So there's a couple different ways to do it. One video, the guy basically loosened the bolts that held on the axle and lifted up the chassis, and that gave him enough clearance to put the belt on. I saw another video where the guy actually took all the metal parts off and he can access it that way. So I didn't like either option, but I was headed down that road. I was trying to get a socket on down there, but as you can see, this bar, which is the arm that lowers and raises the deck, that bar was preventing me from getting a socket in there. I could get a wrench in there, however, you just don't have any leverage. Just by chance, I noticed this in my toolbox. It's an O2 sensor that I bought for a Honda Odyssey van. It's a 22 millimeter, which I believe is a 7/8 socket. And lo and behold, that fit perfectly on there. So maybe about 10 minutes prior to trying it, I put a little penetrating fluid on top of the bolt and the nut there. So I believe that helped it. It took a little bit to get it off, but it fits it perfectly. I was able to get clearance enough to, I started it with it about in that position, and was enough to get it. Once it broke free, it was fine. Used a impact wrench. You could probably use a socket. But yeah, I believe I ordered this on Amazon, of course. Tecton, get it to focus. Tecton 22 millimeter 7/8 O2 sensor socket. So once I do that, I'll be able to get that pulley off. Hopefully the pulley will come off the splines easily, and then put the new belt on, put that back on the splines, and then away we go. So I've got two belts that I ordered. One got here, one didn't. I believe I have the right belt. I will confirm that here in a second and show you So you really didn't miss much. I did it off camera, but the pulley, just once you got the nut off, just came right off. It wasn't hard to get off at all. So you can see it's off there now. I'm going to put the new belt on. It's all backwards from there. But this is a Amazon special, MTD 954-05040, or you can see the other one. But I believe this one, the top one, is the one that mine called for. And there's some other numbers there. So one last little tip here. Basically, I put the belt on the pulley, put it back on the spline, had the belt on that pulley first. Then I felt it was better to put it on this one next. And then I didn't purposely take it off, but the spring, the idler spring, I guess, came off of that, which made it very easier to get the belt around there. So now I just need to get the spring on. So yeah, so this pulley first, obviously. Next, put it in there. There's a very deep groove that you got to get it into. It'll give you some play. And then finally that one. Thanks for watching.